Hello everyone, welcome back. What you are seeing right now may seem like any ordinary top-down shooter, but the moment you play it, you will realize something is opposite. Pressing the left button actually moves the player to the right, up will move it down, and similarly you click the right mouse button to shoot instead of left. And that's not all. The opposite concept is also applied to collectible items, so you need to drink a bottle of poison to heal yourself. And that's the main concept of this game, which I made in 2 days, aka 48 hours for GMTK Game Jam 2023. So it all started at night when I was going to sleep, because the jam started around 11 PM at my country. Now I should have at least sacrificed my sleep for the jam, but someone said sleep is more important than work. So that's not happening. But the good thing was that now I know the theme of the jam, which was role reversed. So I can think about some ideas until I fall asleep. So next morning, without spending too much time, I come up with 2 ideas. First one is playing as enemy, where your task would be to stop the player from reaching the other side. And the second one was reversing the role of player input. Now you already know I had chosen the second one, because the implementation of first idea required me to make the players AI, and neither I have done it before, nor I have any idea how to do it. Also, with the first one, I had to design levels, which again take a lot of time. That's why I decided to go with the top-down shooter with reverse input, so that I don't have to create different levels and can use my time to polish the game. So once I get a rough idea about the game, next comes the art style. Now there was a time when I used to watch a lot of Devlog, from which I learned a lot of things. And here are my top 3 favorites. Use simple mathematical shape if you don't know how to draw. Use color palette if you don't know how to paint. And use a to-do list if you don't know how to remember. And that's the reason why I have so many circles, stars, and triangles in my game. So after deciding all of this, I quickly set up the player movement, added bullets, then create enemy with Pathfinder, because setting Pathfinder is super easy in Godot. And it's 2023, the enemy are no longer stupid to stuck on walls. So without any compromise on sleep, I call it a day. Next morning, I quickly started working on spawning system for the enemy, and also created these 4 collectible items that were completely opposite. This heart is going to decrease your health, and this bottle of poison will increase it. Similarly, the clock will decrease the time, also known as slow motion, and the slow snail will increase the speed of everything. So after adding so many things to the game, my inner voice said I should playtest the game. And as expected, nothing was working. So I spent a good amount of time looking for the problem, just to find out that I accidentally wrote some code in the wrong function. I can't believe I spent 6 hours in these things. Anyway, with that done, almost all the things that I planned was implemented. But still, I was feeling that something was missing. So I decided to give players some tasks which they have to do in order to complete the levels. And basically, I created these 4 levels. You will clear level 1 if you survive for 2 minutes. To clear level 2, you have to kill 50 enemies. To clear level 3, you have to get hit only by the blue enemies 5 times in a row. And finally, for the level 4, you actually can't clear it, because now you just have to survive, which actually make it an endless shooting game. Now doing all of this took me so long that I only have 3 hours left. And still I have to add music, main menu, and a tutorial page to explain all these opposite rules. So without wasting any more time, I quickly started searching for free music and sound effect and adding to the game. Next up is to animate player and enemies. And for that, I was either rotating the sprite, changing its size between big and small, or doing squeeze and stretch animation. After all, there isn't a lot of animation that you can do when you are only using shapes. Then I created a home page with a high score system, and lastly a tutorial page with all the important rules. Now doing all of this left me just 30 minutes before the jam ends. And this is where things started to get chaotic. During playtesting, I encountered that if you play the game for a minute, it will start to lag a lot. And I immediately understand that all these enemies are causing this issue, because each enemy has to do complex calculation for the pathfinding. And since I didn't have time to search for the solution on the internet, I immediately removed pathfinding and made them just to go towards the player. This simple change solved my issue, but made the enemy dumb to stuck on walls. Then I quickly opened YouTube and searched for how to export my game on itch.io, because this is my first game jam and I've never exported for web. So I followed the instruction of the video, uploaded the project to itch.io, and guess what? The game was not working. I got some weird errors which the tutorial I watched didn't mention about. Then I quickly looked at the clock, only 10 minutes was left. So without any second thought, I immediately exported the game for desktop, even knowing that it will reduce the number of people that will play my game. But I don't have any other option either, so I just submitted that in the jam. Finally, it is all over. I was about to relax a bit, but then I received a mail stating that they have decided to increase the time by 1 hour. Now this might be a chance to find the solution for the web error. So I quickly went on internet and started searching. Now I don't know if just a coincidence or what, but Godot Q&A site was not working. Then I also checked the documentation, and after reading a bit, my reaction was like, what the hell is going on here? So I searched for the problem on Reddit and GitHub, and all I found that Godot 4 used Vulkan renderer, which is not supported by many browsers. And they even recommend you to stick to Godot 3 for web application. So this is where I gave up and accepted my fate. Then I started designing my page on itch.io, and with that done, everything was completed on time. Even after the time has ended, I still wanted to find more information about the error. So I searched again, and then I encountered a comment which says I have to check shared array buffer on itch.io when uploading the game. But it was too late, entries are already closed. And just to test the solution, I uploaded it as a new project and turned on shared array buffer. And it worked! Although I noticed that particles were still not working, but at least the game was playable. Now I can't submit the web version in the jam, so I just provided the link of the web version into my main game. And now I can only hope people at least give it a try and play my game. So that's all the experience of my first game jam. If you are also planning to participate in your first jam, then first make sure that you are able to upload and play the game in your desired format. And I would also suggest you to start uploading the game at least 30 minutes before the deadline. And finally, if you like this video, then don't forget to like and subscribe my channel and play my game on itch.io. The judging must be over by now, but I would still love to hear your thoughts about the game. So all the links will be in the description. And once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.